First Wednesday of the month. What does that mean? That means we go over what we ended up picking up all last month. So what we ended up going over and picking up through the entire month of May. That's right, we're going over May's. So let's dive in and figure out what we ended up picking up. So we have a way that we ended up doing this. I picked this up from my friend Illuminati, where he ends up having manga, indie, DC, and finish off with Marvel. So we got 4 different categories that we're going to be covering. And I have to give you a heads up, we're not going to cover all 4 categories because my haul doesn't have all 4 categories. We're covering 1, 2 of the 4 categories. But before I end up diving into that, if you're having to go picking up books for yourself, or you're interested in having your own little haul, Panelbound Comics, where you can use the code A Fifth of Jack to save $2 off, or if you have 4 or more books, use the code Jacket Together to save 5% off your entire order instead. Orders of $30 or more ends up getting free shipping, and you end up seeing how well PBC ends up packing their books to make it sure it comes over to your doorstep without any damage. Alright, so we have no manga, so we're going to start off with that. But we have some independent, and we have some pretty good independent books that we're going to end up covering over with. Starting off with the deluxe copy of Transformers. That's right, I had to go with Ultra Magnus because I'm an Autobot fan. Sorry, Omar. But, you know what? We ended up going with that. This finishes up Daniel Warner Johnson's run on Transformers. So after this point, this is going to be Kirkham that you're going to end up having to pick up from. Next one is technically a deluxe, but I keep on saying a library edition because this is from Ghost Machine, and that is going to be Redcoat, Volume 1. Let's see if I can get in the frame. There we go. Yeah, that book is big, big. I'll show you a little bit later what I mean by it. This covers the entire Redcoat thing. This is by Jeff Johns with Hitch on the art. And it's one of those books I've been super really looking forward to reading. And I said it before, and then I'm going to say it again. This is going to be something I'm going to cover next month. Possibly early of next month. So I have no DC, so that means the final and the last category is going to end up being Marvel, and that is covering Godzilla, the early years. All the Marvel books that ended up being on with Godzilla. So this is going to be a nice companion that's going to be going with my IDW. Sadly, those are soft covers and not hard covers like this is. And I promised you a comparison. You see Godzilla. You see Redcoat. What's the comparison? Well, your regular omnibus, stack her up, is engulfed by the Ghost Machines Deluxe. So I would say this is more of a library size, so that's going to be a bigger book than what you're normally getting. So the Ghost Machine books are definitely more bang for the money. You're going to have the bigger art, you're going to have the hardcover, and this Redcoat is going for $60. You can pick it up probably a little bit cheaper over at PBC. Don't forget to use our discount. But I feel like it's crazy how cheap that these are. These are cheap, especially with what they end up offering. Most of the time when you have library editions, you end up having more of an expense that comes with it. And it's definitely a good, solid value. All right. That covers what we ended up picking up in May. Lighter haul. Thank goodness the shelves are pretty overfilled. I've been talking about it. I got to end up purging some books, try and make some room. What'd you end up picking up? Let us know down in the comments down below. And as always, thank you for watching. And until next time, we'll see you later.